Shouldn't be allowed to flaming checks, you know. It's just swank money. I've got a bank account. I've got a checkbook. I don't flash a greasy wad of Reddies when I'm stocking up the freezer. I'd have took Reddies smelling like flaming pig muck off that tile instead of this damn check.
Especially when it's not made out to you.
I still can't credit it. You sell a bloke a load of shirts and you come back with a cheque made out to Mike Baldwin.
I didn't. That flaming lard-brained Fred G did.
Yeah, but it was your idea he should pretend to be Mike Baldwin.
Yes, but not to take it as far as let him sign flaming Baldwin's name on a cheque.
Well, you know what Fred's like. Tell him his bus be often enough and he'll start sitting on telephone wires.
He must be knocking on for the stupidest business deal ever. It's like going to buy a new car and coming back with an oily rag.
Ah, shut up. What I've got to do is find somebody to cash it for me, put it through their account.
Do you know anybody with a bank account, Dad? I mean, there can't be many down to Social Security.
I am not drawing Social Security, am I?
And that must be some sort of record and all. I mean, fancy being turned down by the DHSS. I mean, I've seen moggies going in there and coming out with a packet of mice.
Are you going to work?
Right now.
Bog off, then.
Ta-da. Oh, by the way, don't go buying any job lots of broken cream crackers. They're very hard to put back together again. Ta-da.
Do you know, he's never shown any respect for me, that lad.
I wonder why.
Don't you worry. I'll cash this.
Look, it's worthless, that cheque, Jack. It's not... It's a waste of paper it's written on. It's like you. A waste of good skin.
Hello there.
Sorry.
Hey, what?
We've not got any empty boxes.
Empty boxes?
Well, you've not come in here to buy some, have you?
No, no.
I thought you were after empty boxes for your bonfire.
No, it's the boss I've come to see.
Oh, well, there he is. Have a good look at him. What do you think?
What can I do for you, Jack?
I was just wondered, would you cash this for me?
Well, it's made out to Mike Baldwin.
I think he's expecting you to say something, Jack, by way of explanation, you know.
You're not going to believe this.
I'll take bets on it.
Look, I did some business with a bloke, sold him some of them shirts I had, you know. And because he saw me coming out of the factory to see our Vera, like, he thought I were Mike Baldwin. Hey, you wouldn't credit it, would you?
Personally, Jack, I find that just a teeny bit wild, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah, but it's true.
Alf?
We've neither of us seen that cheque, have we, Deirdre?
No.
That is entirely your own business.
Absolutely.
I know what you're both thinking, but I have not nicked that off Baldwin. I mean, that bloke signed Baldwin's name because that's who we thought he were buying the shirts off, but he weren't. He were buying them off me. But, well, not exactly. He were buying them off Fred, who he really did think were Baldwin, and that is the truth, as God's my judge.
Yeah. Ta-da, Jack.
Look, put it in your bank account and see if it's genuine or not. I don't want a penny piece till it's cleared, not a penny.
Yeah, close the door as you go out.
Do I look that dishonest then, eh? Do I, eh? You know where I'm going to buy me flaming muffins from, don't you? Well, not here.
What do you think?
Well, knowing him, it could just be true.
Yeah, good. Oh, well.
How much did this thing cost you?
£3.
£3 just to see this thing go up in smoke? You've got to be balmy.
It'll be worth every penny. I'm into fireworks and bonfires.
Me too, love. Well, bonfires anyway. I always have, ever since I was a kid. I never wanted to go home until the bonfire had actually gone out. My mum used to have to drag me away by my pigtail.
Oh, I know what you mean. Sat there gazing into the glowing embers, watching the flames dance and die, and all around the cold, silent night. It's a very primitive feeling, you know, going back to rural savages living in the wild.
You think so?
Oh, aye.
I never thought about it like that. It just makes me feel warm and happy.
Come on, Teddy. Go and get some fireworks and we'll find a bonfire tonight. There's bound to be one down at Red Wreck. We can get some spuds and roast them and some chestnuts and we'll get some ale. It'll be great.
I prefer to sup my ale in a nice, warm, comfortable pub. Not out in the cold, mate.
Sophisticated.
Hey, what are you calling names?
Look, there's only one thing you can do, Fred. That's to see this Tyler and get the cheque made out to cash. Me? Yes, of course, you.
Get your thieving hands off.
What am I going to say to Tyler? What excuses am I going to make?
Well, you're telling me you want cash because you don't want to pay any income tax. Now, we'll understand that because they're always on the fiddle, aren't they? It's called back pocket economy.
I'll tell you what.
What?
I wish you was some flaming income tax to fiddle.
Look, if this little arrangement that we've got going with Tyler carries on, I will have. And then I'll reach my proper station in life, a plutocrat.
Oh, you mean we'll be able to afford two tater pies instead of you joining mine?
Yeah, give us another bit. I'm hungry.
Get off, wait till you're a plutocrat. You don't say anymore now. Pin it out at table.
You've got a very vicious streak in you, Vera. Do you know that?
Jacko, listen. Why don't we just tell the truth? Tell you that we're a couple of lads that we're trying to make a bob or two, that we've got no factory, and ask him to make the cheque out to both of us.
Oh, but if we do, we'll never do any more business with it. I mean, he'll think we're a couple of peddlers, a couple of tinkers or something.
Well, he must be blind not to have thought of that already.
I don't fancy it, Jacko. I don't like being Baldwin. I don't feel like Baldwin.
Well, you definitely don't look like him. You look like three of them.
Vera, we can do without your jokes.
Well, it's not my fault, is it? I've only got to look at care of you, I think, for one.
No, I'm not doing it, Jacko. I feel all sort of awkward when I do it. I start sweating and my neck goes all red.
Do you mean like a turkey?
Look, all right. Now, we'll both go and see this Tyler, but you still be Baldwin and leave all the talking to me.
Oh, I thought you were just commissioner in this Palace of Varieties.
Look, what we'll tell him is that I'll be the company secretary, and as such, the cheque should be made out to me.
Company secretary? You can't even do joined up writing, can you?
Is that right? You can't do proper writing, you.
Of course I'm flipping. Oh, there, Frank. How are you diddling?
Oh, can't complain. Yourself?
Oh, in the pink. Hey, Mike.
Hey, look here. These are marked up at £7. Gotta get £4 for them.
Yeah, well, it seems a fair enough markup, I suppose. I mean, you've got to make a living, haven't you, Frank?
Aye, and you've got to live well.
Indubitably.
Well, what brings you here? I can't handle any more stock just at the moment.
Oh, no, it's not that, was it, Mike? Was it, Mike?
Oh, no.
No, well, it was about... This cheque shouldn't have been made out to M. Baldwin. Mike here.
Me.
It should have been made out to J. Duckworth, me, being company secretary, like.
You're the company secretary?
Oh, aye, yeah. I mean, went to night school for it and got me city and guilds in company secretary and like that.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, so if you can make it out to J. Duckworth, not M. Baldwin, is that right, Mike?
Right, yeah.
2 words. Inland revenue.
Don't like bad language.
You don't want to put this through your books, do you?
Now, you said that, Frank.
What you'd really like is cash, isn't it?
Cash? Yeah, well, we would, wouldn't we? Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely.
There's just one snag.
What's that?
I haven't got 400 odd quid on the premises. What with the state of law and order as it is now, you know. I'll get it for you tomorrow, though.
Tomorrow? Yeah, well, I suppose we'll settle for that, yeah.
I may as well tear this cheque up.
Oh, no, we'll keep that with us.
Don't you trust me?
Of course I trust you, Frank.
I'm not coming to no bonfire with you, mate.
What are you going to do then?
Well, there's a good film on the telly.
You're wasting your life, Cherry.
You reckon?
And what do? You go to work, you come in here for a pint, then you go home. You watch the telly and you go to bed. Oh, and you lift a few weights now and again. That's not living, that's not even existing.
Don't forget Denise Green. I see her at least 3 times a week, mate. Sex. Don't knock it, mate. Especially not in the winter when you can't go out much.
But all your pleasures are bodily pleasures, Terry. Every second is geared to pleasing the flesh.
I'm not pleasing my flesh when I'm humping great sides of beef about, am I? I'm punishing it, mate.
But what about ambition? What about up here, in the mind? You can have a ball there, Terry, thinking, dreaming, learning.
I don't seem to have got you very far, does it? All that learning and thinking. How much did you earn last week?
80 odd quid after stoppages.
I finished up with 120, mate.
Right, we'll get me somewhere, though. I'm just abiding my time at the moment, resting before the big leap forward.
Yeah? Straight into the dustbin?
You'll see.
Trying the pools now, then, are we?
Uh-huh.
I suppose you've kicked the shirts into touch, along with your dreams of making your first million.
Not entirely.
That's a good job, because you'll never win out with them selections.
You mind, I don't want you copying them. When I come up on these, I want to be the sole winner. And he's only 8 score draws on coupon. Anyway, I thought you were employed.
I do have my days off, you know. I'm entitled to skive now and then.
No, you want to keep off the bevy.
Listen, I've strained something in my back.
You do it combing your hair, did you? Hey, Samson.
Well, you never strain out combing yours, will you? That's for sure. Listen, I was thinking, you know, if this gent's outfitters, this Frank Tyler fella, if he was selling them shirts at 7 quid a go, they must have been fair shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon you and your mate, you must have given them shirts away.
No, we didn't give them away. We just sold him this finger cheap, like, as a taster. Anyway, he's got this shop in the sticks, and what do they know?
Well, they obviously know a good shirt when they see one. Or 2, or 102.
Ah, you could sell them all in the road. You see them up, can't you think it's a wedding?
Well, up to press, they've been too sharp for you and Mr. Fred Baldwin, Or at least this joker Frank Tyler has.
Has he? You wait and see. We haven't played our ace yet.
You know, I reckon my mum's right. I reckon you've kissed goodbye to them shirts and to the brass you laid out.
Ain't no danger. That brass will be on the counter, and if it isn't, then, like I said, we're going to play our ace.
Oh, what's that then?
We're going to put the arm on the joker, aren't we? Use a bit of muscle. Won't shell out at the death. Then he's got a bit of frighteners on him.
Yeah. Listen, Capone. We should have had him stretched out over that counter days ago, never mind all your patter.
Well, I just try to play it smooth. I mean, he could see there were menace, he could see it in my eyes.
Yeah. His knees were knocking.
Sometimes a suggestion of violence is enough, you know.
I'll give him a suggestion, all right. If I ain't got that 400 nickel in the palm of my hand by this afternoon, he's going to get that down his gob.
Hang on. Look, all right. If it's got to be GB8s, then that's how it's got to be. But the main thing is, you've got to get down there before that bank closes. Then if he comes the funnies, you can get his arm up his back right down the old Sherman tank.
Yeah. Nobody diddles Fred G out of 400 nickel and gets away with it. Hey, just a minute. What's all this you business? I'm not going down there on my own.
And I can't go with you. What with my temper and my fast hands?
Listen, I've got a delivery down there. I'm going to pick you up this afternoon, right? Right, Betty, look.
Okay, Doc.
Well,
Have you got it worked out, then? The wheels are turning, don't you, Chet?
well, they should be, shouldn't they? Listen, Baldwin's back on Monday. I'm not frigging about with that van anymore. I'll have to tell Ivy all sorts of things.
Are you not making it around, then?
Oh, my heck, I'm pink lint, aren't I? Look, I've got to get this brass under, otherwise it's financial curtains for me, Jacko.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you think I'm brassic and all?
Yeah, well, listen. Hello. What's your next move? I mean, come on, you're the brains.
Right, we've only got one card to play, Fred, and I don't think you're going to wreck it.
Try me.
We're going to have to go to Baldwin, show him the cheque and give him the gen.
Oh, give over, will you? I'll be right out on my backside then, won't I?
Look, I know it's dicey, Fred, but let me do the talking. I'll try and wangle it.
Famous last words.
How's he get with that?
Look, let's face it, Fred, this Tyler bloke is going to run, aren't he? We're not going to nail him till the week next flaming Christmas.
We won't nail him, but Baldwin will nail me, won't he?
Trust me, Fred.
Trust
I'll try
you.
and swing it.
Oh, I'll do the swinging. Trust you. I can feel the rope round my neck now.
Same again, please, Bet.
Going a fair lick, can't you? We've only been open 10 minutes.
One thing about being banned from driving, you can sup as much as you like.
Hey, blessed are them that can find good in everything.
Bossing?
Is it brewery? Why did you want it?
Just checking. Use your phone.
Go on, yard face, so-and-so.
It's only local. Baldwin's. Is Fred G there, love? See if you can catch him for us, there's a love.
Local? You could have gone to the front door and shouted.
It's private.
Hear that, Betty? It's private.
We best listen.
We best have.
You want it? Fred, it's Jack here. Is Baldwin there? Look, if you get half a chance, see if you can get him over to Rover's at dinner time, would you? Because I want to talk to him, that's why. Look, if you think I am wandering about for the rest of my flaming life with a cheque for 432 quid in my pocket, you're very much mistaken. And I'm not framing it, neither. That is why I want to talk to him to see if he'll cash it for us. I'll spin him a yarn, won't I? Of course he will, it's the way I tell him. Look, don't you worry. You won't get the push. I won't even mention your flaming name. Look, you just see if you can steer him over here, all right? Complicated, innit? Life.
I don't believe you.
I've got it. Come on over here. Have I got a tale for you?
I've probably heard it.
Not this one, you've not. I've been doing a little bit of business lately, you know, turning over the old honest coin. Anyway, cut a long story short, I gets a chance of these shirts, all quality stuff. So I sticks me capital in, you know, as such as it is, and I sells them at a decent profit to this fella who's got this chain of gents outfitters. Anyway, yesterday, I'm in his office, clinching deal, sorting out contracts and that, and I starts daydreaming, don't I? Daydreaming about me being a big business tycoon like you. And And when he, and how it happens, I don't rightly know, but when he asked me who to make the... You're going to laugh here. When he asked me who to make the cheque out of, I must have given him your name, me daydreaming like I was. Anyway, gets home, looks at the cheque. Just look at that. There, I knew you'd laugh.
Very funny.
Flaming hilarious, isn't it? So what I was thinking was if you could see your way clear to putting that through your bank, you know, your bank account, giving me the cash and everything's right then. Hey, you can't believe it, can you, Ray?
Well, why didn't you just take it back to him, get him to order the name, initial it, and everything will be all right?
Oh, we did first thing this morning, but he's flew out at flipping Caribbean, hasn't he? 8 o'clock from flipping Ringway.
You're not in this with G, are you?
Felonious Red? Oh, come on, do me a favour, Mac. I mean, would I go partners with a layabout like him, eh?
Well, you have had your heads together the last couple of days, haven't you? Look, I'll tell you what I'll do then. I'll put it through my bank, and when it's cleared, in a couple of days, you can have the cash, all right?
Can't go better than that, eh?
Now, listen, you being a big businessman like me, you'll understand what I'm going to tell you. If I put this cheque through my bank, it's got to go through my books, isn't it? So the tax people are going to pick it up. So I'll have to deduct the tax off it, won't I? Or I'll be out of pocket. Say, what, 30%? Well, you're not losing anything, are you? I mean, you were going to declare it and pay the tax on it anyway, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know why you didn't take this on a bus ride out of town. Find a strange bank, open a bank account under the name of Mike Baldwin, then when the cheque was cleared, take out the cash. Still, you probably thought of that and decided to do it the honest way, did you? I'm impressed. Here, there's something happened.
It's not unusual.
Here, Fred. There's a card in the window of the cabin. It says, cheerful, helpful driver with van, does light removals, distance no object. Not you, is it?
What do you mean, Mr. Baldwin? Not me, is it?
I've just been looking at the petrol you booked recently.
Well, I mean, I've only been doing the runs. I thought for some time that van was heavy on juice, you know, perhaps it's the motor that needs seeing to, you know.
Something needs seeing to. Let's hope it's not the driver, eh?
Oh, my... What's wrong with you? Like, you're miserable. Send the lot of you.
So they should be. Most of them are due up in court.
Yeah, well, so's he.
Are you getting us one in there, love?
No, I'm not.
All right, then. I'll celebrate on my own. Give us a pint, boss.
And what you're celebrating?
Never you mind. Between me and you, Gaffer, I will not be appearing in court.
Why? Are you leaving the country?
No need to do. My name won't be appearing.
Why not?
Because I'm Stan Upton. I give him Stan's name and address. Great, isn't it?
Oh, yes, that's a really nice trick, Jack.
Look, it's all right. He's got a perfect alibi, isn't he? I mean, he's in the infirmary. You couldn't get a better alibi than that, could you?
Oh, you could, love. Like being at mortuary.
You're kidding.
Nice work, Jack. Nice work. Still, nobody did him any favours when he was alive, did they?
Don't blame me. I wasn't drinking after hours.
Oh, don't rub it in. Look, I just want you to have a word with your boyfriend.
And who might that be when he's at home?
The copper, Cunliffe.
Once and for all, he is not my boyfriend.
You don't want to go around saying things like that. You know, you could get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Thank you.
I am in a lot of trouble. Look, I just want him to put a good word in for us, that's all.
It's too late. You were caught. You've had your name taken.
Yeah, well, it's something else.
What?
Never mind what, just ask him, eh?
I can't ask him. Ask him yourself.
Ask him what?
Hey, don't ask me.
Oh, very nice. Good to know who your friends are when you need them.
What does he want exactly?
Heaven knows. I don't think he's too sure himself.
They'll find out, you know.
Not if nobody tells them they won't.
Oh, they'll slaughter you.
Look, they've already breathalyzed me, took away my licence, took away my flaming livelihood.
Oh, well, happen they'll take that into consideration.
Who's going to tell them, eh?
You are.
Eh?
Look, it's the only way that summons don't go to Hilda. Well, you'll do it, and you'll take the consequences.
They'll savage him.
Look, hang on, love. I'll apologise to Hilda, certainly.
Apologise?
Oh, aye, but I don't want to upset her before the funeral. I'll just say
Listen,
something.
you'll say no to Hilda. You'll see it all at the cop shop. They've got to drag you there.
Yeah, well, I'm just going out to see the widow now. It's good to know she's got one less trial in store for her.
Well,
So.
And I mean that.
I said to myself, I know that car outside. Can I have a word?
Yeah, all right, if it's a quick one.
Oh, we'll have two quick ones. Oh, you found two quick bags, mate.
We're not even open yet.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise.
You're not supposed to be in here in the first place. It's all right.
look, whatever it is, make it quick.
You're a gentleman. Do you mind, Betty? This is private.
Hmm.
You know the other night when we all got nicked?
It's engraved on my heart, yeah.
Yeah, well, I give them my wrong name and address.
Not very original. Naughty, mind you.
You don't know how naughty. I told him my name was Stan Ogden.
What, you mean?
Yeah.
It's bad luck.
He was a mate of mine. I didn't know he were going to snuff it, did I?
Well, I can't see the magistrate taking much for notice of you, can I? Not when he hears how the summons was stuffed with a grieving widow's letterbox.
Yeah, but it needn't come at that, need it? I mean, not if I confess, like.
What do you mean, if you confess? You already have.
Yeah, well...
Look, I've got to get down to the station. You better come along with me.
Aye, aye.
Tell her I'll be back, will you, Betty?
Right, oh, look. Wait.
Ivy. Yes, Miss Warren. Get back across the road with you. Take Vera with you. I won't be a minute.
Oh, all right.
I won't be a minute, Mr. Baldwin. I've just got my sandwiches.
Well, it's very good of you all to take the time to come. It's nice to see some of his Legion friends and all.
Hey, what happened to Yatesy and his missus?
I don't know.
Well, they knew about it, didn't they?
Oh, yes, I wrote to him. Something must have happened.
So much for muckers, eh? You'd have thought he'd have turned up for Oggy. Still, never mind, love. You've got plenty of good friends around you.
How did it go?
Oh, flipping marvellous, you know. Comic book great. Where do you think I've been? Palace of Writers? Most of the point is, how did you go on at the police station?
They're going to do me up, after me confessing and all.
Do you know you're not a Duckworth, you, are you? You're a duck egg.
Vera, come on, Mr. Baldwin's getting upset.
Not half as upset as I am. Excuse me.
Shows a pint in there, Betty, love. Still on the house, isn't it?
Do you know, you'd eat this bar top if it cost you out.
Give over. I've spent enough over this counter, I'm telling you.
Fred,
Right, it's right, doing it? It's about time we got something out of young Walker.
called in at the office on the way back from the cemetery.
All right, see they're not scarving. Good thinking, Mike. Cheers.
Yeah. Had this very funny phone call from this fella.
Aye?
Wanted another consignment of shirts. Asked to talk to Mike Baldwin. Wouldn't believe me when I said it was me. He said he knew Mike Baldwin very well. Great big fella, he said, with a chubby face, sandy-coloured hair, going a bit thin, gold-rimmed glasses.
No, that was a misunderstanding. It's all sorted now, anyway. It's now.
You know, when Duckworth came to me with that cheque, I thought, this isn't just him. There's a business brain behind this, and I think you've got what it takes.
Well,
Now, don't you sell yourself short, Fred. From what this fella said, you're on the ball. 6 months, you could make yourself a bob. Might even have enough to open your own little factory. Join the ranks of the entrepreneurs. No, Fred, I think you're what this country needs. It'd be unfair for me to stand in your way. So tomorrow morning, first thing, you call in at the office, eh? Pick up your cards. Got the picture? Oh, and good luck.
But she's in Canada, Vera.
Well, there's airplanes, isn't there? And I'll tell you what, I don't know whether you'll notice Friday, because we're watching. She was as bright as a button all day with her, there. Do you know, I kept expecting her to get an hanky out, but no, she never did. You might call us Duckworth, but you won't see us bathing like that. I know Artie wouldn't leave me if it had been Jack, and I'd have been scraping my eyes out all day.
Yes, well, we're not all the same, are we? Come on, she's a nice enough woman, he's older.
I know. You can make excuses for her, can't you? I mean, she's not all there. I mean, you know what they say? There's no sense, there's no feeling.